What's up YouTube? Daniel here for another video. Wanted to make a quick video as I get the best reflections when I'm doing my morning walk fasted. I just get, crazy connected, I guess you could say. Yeah, just able to see things from a different perspective. And basically the reflection I had today was based off an experience I had with someone on a trip I went to Monterey. You can see a video about it. I made a few videos there, but essentially I met somebody in Mexico, went back to visit them, brought them to experience Monterey with me, and looking back, things didn't go well. Everything is my fault. As a man, you have to realize that any experience you have with a woman is your fault. However they react to you is because they can only be a mirror to what you are projecting. And maybe you don't know what you're projecting, but they'll expose it to you. And that's the best thing about relationships, is they allow you to grow if you analyze it in the right way. For me, in the past, I was never like that. I always thought it was, me, I'm my own person, they're their own person, which they are. But I thought it was the same thing when, we were in a relationship. Like, when we were together every day, I still thought, okay, she's acting that way because she is that way. But like I said, they can only be a mirror. They can't show you anything that you're not maybe seeing within yourself, or you can't see yourself. They help you see things in yourself that you haven't seen before. So what I mean by this point of the video is I was able to realize that, but one thing I realized is that the habits of a person are either God or the devil. What I mean by that is, I was having also another talk with friends yesterday and talking about spirituality, religion, what we believe in. And my belief is a bit different in terms of how it works. I think, connecting to God is the goal. I don't think it's like, you're here and God is here and you kind of, there's no connection. I think everyone's connection is different. But the only way to really get connected is removing the things that disconnect you from God. That'd be vices. Vices are the devil, because the vices are things that make you drift and, go to things like addiction, dependency, just things that don't keep you stable. So for instance, drinking is a big one, drugs, lust, another one for men, chasing women. So these are things that just keep you drifting. And most of society has the common ones. Drinking is a big one in society. You tell someone you don't drink, and it's like telling them you don't drink water. They're just like, oh, you don't, why didn't you drink? Like, this must be really personal. It's like, no, I don't want to drink poison. Like, what? It doesn't make sense. Like, why are you buying into this truth, or this, what they've sold that, like, alcohol is okay? You're paying money, your own money, to drink poison with other people pretty regularly, and then wondering why things aren't working out for you, or you're not your optimal state, physically, and then still protecting it in a way, or thinking it's like normal to drink. It's not normal to drink. Drugs, another one, ruins your mind. I've seen I've met so many good people when I was in that space, partying, that were really good people, but they just had that bad habit, and they weren't able to really reach their full potential and really be what they could be because of this habit of, drug consumption. And the third one is lust. I myself was in that massively, and you don't see it at first. You just think it's like, oh, just hooking up. You're just exercising your testosterone as a man, or just following your instincts, because we're all animals. We're all supposed to procreate, so it's our job to defend it. But soon enough, you're just consumed by it. It's like a drug. There's pictures of me with so many different women where I'm just lost. Like, there's nothing in my eye. Like, you look in my eye and it's just basically like a black hole. There's nothing there. I look sick, like not taking care of myself just to feed this lust, this addiction to it. But essentially, going back to topic, which is the habits, you know, when I was with this person, I realized that my habits compared to hers, you could say mine were more removed from, the devil, and hers were just very consumed by it. Like, I think it's, bad eating is one. She wasn't exercising, which is another one. I think people that don't exercise is working for the devil. It's basically you allowing the devil to tell you that you can do whatever you want with your body. God gave you a body, but you shouldn't respect it. It's fine. You don't have to work out. You don't have to take care of it. It's fine to throw it away with bad habits, overeating, not watching what you eat, not pushing yourself so you have any gain of muscle, so you just become fat, overweight, and that's the devil telling you that's okay to do that. So that was another one. And then smoking cigarettes. So that's just another way of, it's a stress relief, but it's one that's easy, it's convenient, and it's one that there's better options. Like the gym is a huge stress relief, breath work, yoga, nature, there's so many different natural ones that people, don't do because of the inconvenience of it. Could be taking some time to wake up a little earlier and do it, but it's easier just to buy a pack of cigarettes and destroy the body that was given to you, your lungs, everything else, and to get some instant stress relief. So these were some of the habits that this person was having or has still, and essentially for me, I didn't have any of these, and I wasn't able to really connect. When we met, it was a bit better. I didn't see these things that I saw when we were basically living together, and I was able to see that, anyone's habits are either from God or from the devil. And this is key for anything to do with anything health-wise. Going back to psoriasis or skin, is because if you have any of these vices or these bad habits, you will never get to have a life where you can live just off food, because the food you eat as well is, everything is the devil. The devil is everywhere, and he's always trying to tempt you. One of them being overeating, another one being food. So bad food, bad quality food, junk food, candy, desserts, sugar, processed foods. This is all the devil, because it's not natural. It wasn't made by God. Everything that was made by God is in the Bible. You can read it. Everything that's made by man is processed. Everything made by man is for money, and then they're just using products and food to chase money, but he's also chasing. It's also the devil, because the devil chases. The devil tells you to chase. But what I'm trying to get to is, you have to analyze your habits and really ask yourself, are these habits for the good of myself and everybody, or are they for the devil? Because your habits should inspire people. I've had people compliment me on my habits, and I've never gone up to somebody that's smoking and be like, dude, fuck, you know what? I was having a bad day, but you with that cigarette in your mouth, that really inspired the shit out of me. And I had to come over and tell you that. So thanks, man. Thanks for I've never had the initiative or the sense to do that. And that's because those habits don't inspire anybody. Habits of smoking, drinking, drugs, there's nothing inspirational about that. That is just the devil consuming you. And, you can say it's ego-driven, but habits that inspire you, or you see people's habits, they inspire you, gives you faith. Faith is God. So it's faith or fear. Your habits are either faith doing things that grow you because you know there's a better version of you there, or fear of, you know, maybe, oh, too much stress, something's gonna happen to me, so let me smoke this cigarette so I don't get too stressed. Or, oh, people won't like me if I don't drink. Or take these drugs because everyone in this festival, this music festival, is doing it. So, you know, if I don't do it, I'm gonna look really, super weird. So, you know, I should probably just cave in and not follow my principles and just, you know, follow the crowd. So that's fear. Same thing with food. All I want here is ordering dessert, so maybe, you know, maybe there is something good on the menu. Like, you know, I don't want to be the real word and not order dessert, so let me order this chocolate cake that does nothing for me, doesn't benefit me at all, but let me just do it so no one, like, I don't stand out too much. So these, you know, your habits that you develop are from faith or fear. And, you know, give me the example of the person I was with, but there's so many different ones, and you have to always analyze and see, am I building my life and my habits around faith of what I could be, or fear of what I don't want to be or don't want to happen, like those examples I just gave you. So you can say a bit of a spiritual video, also, you know, physical in terms of analyzing where your habits are, but I just give you the habits that you shouldn't have if you want to live a overall healthy, productive life. But I mean, it is up to you, because at the end of the day, everyone's journey is different. I can't tell you something that I've learned by, you could say, playing with the devil and having the habits before, because you have to go through it and experiment it yourself. It's one thing I believe as well is God puts things in your mind for you to experiment in order to understand that it's not you or it is you. And, you know, that's why things like religion, you could say, are things that try to put you in a prison until you have to live this way, or else, you know, you're not one of us, or you're not, you know, be accepted into, you know, whatever they're telling you that is the final destination for following that religion. So essentially I want to go into a bit of that topic because I think it's super key, and that was one example that I got reflecting back and just being able to analyze people's habits and say, okay, that's God, that's the devil, and, you know, getting closer to people that have the habits that inspire faith and God, and not the ones that inspire fear. So analyze yours. This will help you to analyze how you're able to, you know, live a life inspiring others or following fear and growing the devil. So if you like the video, if you want to connect with me, I'm on Instagram. You see everything in the description. Apologize for the eye as well. If you stay to the end of the video, had a bit of a dinner with somebody, went to a Korean cuisine, and they use these ingredients that I'm actually allergic to. But anyways, if you like the video, thanks for staying. In the meantime, wish you all the best. And as always, keep killing it.